Tremendous win. Anytime you getting wins in March is significant. I thought the first 16 minutes of the game we were incredible. I thought the last 4 minutes of the first half we were horrible. And we allowed them to gain momentum and establish themselves, and we gave them some confidence that they didn't necessarily have, and let them back in the game. Second half we came out and we just couldn't get the separation, and that's hats off to them. That's credit to them. They're extremely well coached, and those kids fought. Just looking at the stat sheet, you know, we gave up 22 offensive rebounds. That's way too many shots. And when you do that, you're giving teams multiple attempts at the bucket. And anytime, you know, the law of averages says if they shoot the ball more than you, chances are they're going to beat you. So we have to correct that. I have to do a better job of correcting that. But, you know, these two men, Jibri Blount to my right, your left, and Jordan Perkins to my left, your right, I just thought they were outstanding. And you know, they made us look a lot better than we normally do. And I thought Perk was tremendous just getting down here early and setting the tempo and establishing. And Jibri came on in the second half and, you know, made some huge buckets and ended with a double-double. So that's what great players do. And beside me are great players who make me look good and get a lot of credit I probably don't necessarily deserve. Questions?
We'll open up the floor for questions, and we'll remind the student athletes when speaking, speak directly into the microphone, please.
Coach, were you concerned after they had the big lead in the first half and they got the same digits about midway to second?
Yeah, I'm always concerned. Like, I always coach like I'm concerned. Like, I've been around this game a long time. I've seen some of the craziest stuff ever happen, so I'm never comfortable. That's why I don't never sit down. My calves always hurting at the end of the games because these guys drive me crazy. So hopefully in the near future, they can handle the business themselves and you know, allow me to sit down. But the thing of it is, you know, at this point in time, teams are fighting for their life. So even though you may get a lead, they're going to fight, man. Like, nobody wants to go home right now. And regardless of your record, regardless of your seed, everybody is in this tournament because you have all dogs chasing one bone, right? And no one wants to go home. So hats off to Delaware State. It wasn't necessarily anything that we weren't doing. They were doing a whole lot, you know. So credit them because they were going to the glass and giving themselves ample opportunities.
Stephen Gate, the HBCU game day. Coach, you talking about chasing one bone. Last couple of years, you guys have been some of the chasers. Now you got the bone. Everybody's trying to get it. Some of the guys haven't been here before. Were you worried tonight that they might, you know, feel a little bit more pressure not being underdogs this time?
You know, I try to coach this team where if you walked in our gym, you wouldn't know who we were preparing for. So I try to coach the same way whether we're playing an NAIA, a Division II, or arch rival, or in a tournament. I just think when you do it that way, it eliminates the pressure. The other thing is, I'm from the housing project, so I know real pressure. And that's what I told them before the game. This is basketball. Trust me, I know pressure. Walking outside your door, having to make a life or death decision on whether or not you're going to get in, that's pressure. Coming home not knowing the food is going to be on your table or the light's going to be on, that's pressure. Waking up beside roaches and rats, that's pressure. This is basketball, right? And, you know, these guys did a tremendous job of just leading the team, and they've done a tremendous job all year. They don't get the credit that they deserve for leading the team, you know. So it wasn't me educating the guys on what's happening. It's these two guys. These are the pulses. These are the heartbeats of the team, and our guys rely on them because they're heavily respected. And so, you know, they're extensions of the head coach, and they are the ones who communicate the message.
Jibri, two questions. One, what happened with your jersey?
Oh, simply just got some blood on it, that's all. So I gave it to the trainer so he could work on it, switched out the jersey, and, you know, just gave him a chance to...
Any opportunity for him to take off his shirt, he's going to do it. I thought he scratched himself and told him.
That's what the rumor was down at the photo, but I
that's what he did. He scratched himself on purpose and told the ref, look, I got blood, I need to take my jersey off. He ran and looked at the cheerleaders up there and took his shirt off. And that's what he did. That's what he did.
And then secondly, last year you were you know, just finding your role on the team. This year, right, Player of the Year. Do you feel, how does this year feel different from last year as far as, you know, you guys approach heading towards the next game?
Well, it's no different than last year. You know, I'm just last year, I did what I was asked to do, and I came back this year, and I was just asked to do a little bit more. So, there's no difference. Coach always says, the guys may change, but the system doesn't. So, we're a winning program, and that's what we try to do every year. So, I'm just trying to do what's asked of me to help my team win. So that's all.
Thank you.
Luke Williams from the Black College Sports Page. Coach, how much did this first half, you kind of jumped on them up there at Dell State. How much did it remind you? What happened at Dell State to let them come back and outscore you like that?
Dell State, the first game. Oh, we didn't handle our business in the second half. And if I remember correct, it's hard for me to remember games, so that's what I'm sitting here thinking. I think we were up like 13 or 14 at the half. 7 at the half?
39-22.
See, we about to have another team meeting in here. Yeah, I wish I would have known
Don't
that.
tell her that.
Gracious alive. It's really difficult to win on the road. And what these guys have done and why I'm extremely proud of this one to my right and the left, they've done this with adverse circumstances. A lot of times our program doesn't get the publicity when we have a player go down and he's injured or whatever it may be. But we're missing an all-conference guy in Randy Miller. We haven't practiced with a team the entire year. Like, there was a time I didn't know who was going to come in the gym and practice because we had so many injuries and sicknesses or whatever. These guys just kept their foot on the pedal and had the next man up mentality. And I just thought the Delaware State game, we were still trying to find ourselves. CJ didn't play that game, if I remember correctly, right? So, yeah, so we was out there with walk-ons. We was trying to make it work. You follow what I'm saying? And piece everything together. And unfortunately, when you're trying to piece everything together on that road to a championship, there's going to be some unfortunate times and some adverse times. But we have a saying where we say adversity introduces a man to himself. So we found out who we are extremely early in the season, and we vowed to not make that mistake again.
This is a question for Jordan. Jordan, you've been struggling at the line.
Yeah.
What do you have to do? Coach, you can answer this also. What do you have to do to turn it around? I think you were 1 for 6 over the last couple of minutes against A&T and 2 for 6 today. What do you think it is?
Honestly, this has probably been my worst free throw slump of my life. So for me, it's just honestly gym work. I've gotten in the gym plenty of times and gotten up a lot of free throws. Now it's just mental, like just going up there with confidence, knowing I'm gonna make my free throws. So today, even going 2 for 6, like 3 went in and out, I was upset about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I should be missing free throws, and I hold myself to a higher standard than that. So I know the next game's coming up, I'm gonna get fouled again, so I'm just gonna knock them down.
You know they're going to be looking at that stat and trying to foul him down.
Yeah, sure, but I have the ultimate faith in him. He'll make them. Sometimes we go through slumps or whatever, but he's a confident kid, and if you notice, he'll always have the ball in his hand, right? So he believes in himself, and we believe in him, and we have complete confidence that he'll go up to the line, step up, and make him down, and make him because he's a good shooter.
This has been an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.